this is Nikola Arkane and welcome to my bedroom in Belfast. I decided as part of my blog this week that I would take you all through what I have done to create magic in my tiny bedroom in the Shankill in Belfast. I decided to do this because I was getting requests to perform and I have a very theatrical background, and I thought, well, it's going to look terrible if you just see like my exercise bike or my television. So how can I make this look, I don't know, more magical? So I got out all my tablecloths and all my props, and I just went mad in my room for an hour. Well, maybe it was all day. And I created a space. And I think this is essential for this period of time for us all. When I wake up in the morning and I see my space in the bedroom, which I will show you momentarily, I get excited and I feel like I'm ready for the day and I want to perform. I want to sit at the table and practice magic because it's inspiring. So think about when and where you're performing, and yeah, try and do little things to inspire yourself. Tip number one, you have to close off your bedroom window with a curtain. Now this isn't a blackout curtain, but it just prevents the light from coming in. Natural light is great, but it's not really great for videoing. So what I do is I close the curtain, but I keep the window open. There's my NHS rainbow. I keep the window open because you'll find when you work in a very small space that it gets extremely hot and you will sweat. Do you sweat? I mean, do you have a problem looking horrible on camera because of those sweating drip particles falling down your face? Well, I have the solution for you. Johnson's baby powder. It's good for your hands, good for your pits, even good for your face. This is my good side. So remember, if you're feeling a bit sweaty, pop on some Johnson's baby powder. It'll make you look good and feel good performing on camera in your bedrooms. Done is I have actually attached a couple of my FizzWiz Pop tablecloths to a metal basket on top of my wardrobe, and over here what I have done behind here, if I pull this down without wrecking everything, oh, it's gonna fall. Here we go. So back here, it is actually attached to a piece of string that is threaded through this book. David Bowie doesn't mind. And it is attached to this string. So when I pull this string tight through the book, this stays extremely tight to the wall. So it kind of creates my own little backdrop and my own little theatre. Once you choose the room and once you choose the backdrop, it's very important that you play around with lights. And it took me an absolute age to figure out what looked good. And sometimes less is more with lighting, but you just have to play. At the minute I have my own ceiling light on here, but it's kind of dimmed slightly. But again, every single show I test it to make sure that it's right when I record myself. And then also, I don't know if you can see these, I have a little set of spotlights over there. What I found when I started recording was I put the lights in different places and tried to see what was the best place to have the lights. I personally found that it's best to have the lights directly in front of you, to the right or to the left. When you have the lights directly on you, you can't see yourself. It's very shiny and because I'm very white, it's very hard to see me. I kind of look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. What happens when you do a performance and you set up, and then the next day you try to set up the exact same setting and it doesn't look the same at all? It will always look slightly different because we're human. But there are certain tips that you can utilize to make it easier for yourself. And I went back to my stage management days, and what I have done, if I bring you down to the floor, you can see on the floor I have little markings here, here, and here. These are what we call in stage management and theatre as stud markings. What they do is they let the performer know where to put props or where to stand. And I just thought, how can I make this easier on myself? And it just clicked in my head. I thought, wow, yes, I need markings. So every time I know that these are where the back legs of my table sit, and this is where I stand if I have to stand and perform magic. And it's really useful. I've even over here, if you can see my my computer here, on the underneath I have 2 line markings as well, so that I know that's exactly where the computer goes. So yeah, save yourself time. Use these little tricks and tips to try and help make things easier for yourself. That's what it's all about. And the more easier you make it, the more fun you will have. And one final thing, make your space an imaginative place to be in. I've actually filled the space with stuff that's important to me and reminds me of normality, I suppose, outside of what's going on in the world. So if you take a look over here, let me just zoom down, I have created a little corner space with loads of different things that remind me of normality. And if you come a bit closer, so I have a little owl here, and that's to remind me of my time performing in the Magic Castle. I have a bottle here with a card in. That was the wonderful Faye Presto who did that, and that's to remind me of someone that inspires me. And the little silk here I got when helping Juan Tamariz perform on stage. So again, it's just to remind me of the people that inspire me. I have some cards, some feathers, ooh la la, and I did have some David Bowie stuff there, but I don't know where it's gone. Over here I have all my tricks sitting, and I have little mantras about. So yeah, just try and make whatever space, whatever place you have, a real positive place, because you mightn't feel positive, but if you look around you and look at all the stuff, that might help just make you smile.